everybody, it's Cindy Mattalucci, your host of The Pulse and Live with Cindy. I'm so happy that you tune in for this 30 minutes of entertainment so we can entertain you. You guys, it's almost the holidays, so I hope you were able to check out my gift guide because I have some fabulous gifts on the gift guide. So hopefully you saw that last week. You use the promo codes, you tag us on social media, and you support the small businesses because it's so important. Okay, you guys, so I want to thank our sponsors for the show. We can't do it without them. Coffee Ambassador and Flax for Life. We love them. They keep us caffeinated on the set. They give us good treats so that people can have something good. So we love you guys. So thank you so much. And use our promo codes for Flax for Life when you purchase. Okay, guys, so I had to say, things are opening up again, right? I feel like things are moving and grooving again.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
There's events, there's things going on. We actually just got booked for one of our favorite clients for an event. They had an annual celebration luncheon, and we hadn't been there for 2 years, so it was so good to see them. So things are moving forward. We've got great goals for 2022. Everything's going to be, I think, kind of back to normal. I hope.
Please.
We can only hope, but I know 2022 is going to be our year. So anyway, you guys, I have such a great show for you, so I just want to dive in. We have with us today, you know how much we love wine, first of all. I mean, if you watch anything we do, we're wine lovers. So we have Jacylyn Stokes. She is the creator of Belle Nue Wine, all the way from Lodi. How are you?
Hi, morning.
So good to see you. We've met on Instagram.
Yeah.
And
first time meeting in person.
We did Wine Wednesday.
Loving it.
So amazing.
Yes.
So, okay, so we have to talk about Lodi because you came all the way from Lodi, which is fabulous. We love Lodi. It's like the next Napa.
Yes. I walked all the way from Lodi to here. I did.
It only took you a week.
It's fine.
But you made it. Well, so Napa, I mean, so Lodi is like the new Napa, right? So 85 wineries there.
Yes.
Right? I mean,
yes.
Even
and
more.
It's growing. It's growing. Well, and the thing with Lodi is that we, for so long, were providing wine grapes to Napa Valley wineries. So that's why people, I think, come up with the new Napa because we've kind of helped Napa make their own Zinfandel and other wines because of our grapes, because we have so many.
Well, and it's 20% of California's wine production. So there's a stat for you too, which is fabulous. So we are going to go back. We cannot wait. Okay, so I want to dive into your story because it's so inspirational. I love it. It's such a great story. So you are a 4th generation Lodi grape farmer, but your path to what you're doing now was not so straight and narrow.
Oh, no. I had no plans of being where I am today. That was not a plan. It was go, travel, live this wanderlust life, do all my things, never come back. You know, that was the game plan. It was never to circle back to this.
Well, talk about your family, right?
Okay.
And what you did, because you have so much history in wine.
Yeah. Well, we started as our first ranch ever. My great grandmother started, and it was her maiden name Dawson. So it's our Dawson Ranch. And from there, we started as cattle, and then we moved to wine grapes.
Wow.
So we moved into wine grapes in the 1920s and just kind of kept expanding with wine grapes and learning how to farm grapes for wine. And that was really my dad's passion, so he kept going with that. And then we are where we are today. And he had one of the first labels in Lodi in the 90s. And so I am not one of the first labels in Lodi. But I took a little after him, and I thought, okay, for my 30th birthday, I want to give a present to everyone, and I want it to be wine. And I want to kind of show everyone that your passion should be fulfilled, and that that's the true gift of having anything meaningful in life, whether it be a profession or a personal choice in life. Yeah.
I love that. And it's so cool too because you worked with your dad and your grandpa, right?
Yes.
So you learned a lot about the family business. And then one thing that you said that I loved is who needs Malibu Barbie's Jeep when you have a quantum grape harvester to play with?
Because I'm sure everyone knows what a quantum grape harvester is.
Tell us what that is.
It's a brand of a harvester. And so because we're really into mechanization for farming, we're not into, especially for wine grapes, whereas a lot of areas like Napa or the Sonoma area, a lot of them will handpick their grapes. We do have certain varieties that are handpicked, but we've really kind of expanded in terms of mechanization. So it's a style of harvester. And if ever anyone gets a chance, or whenever you get a chance to get to Lodi, I'll take you on a tour and see how we drive the harvesters, because it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I have so many friends that are like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And I'm like, yeah, it's so fun.
Sign me up. I love it. Well, the other thing I wanted to talk to you about is you were in the corporate world. I know you and I have talked about that.
Yeah.
So, you did some things before you got into this, and then you actually went and moved to Dijon. So talk about that a little bit.
So I always wanted to go overseas for my master's or my degree for further education. And I was just Googling, and I'm more of a innovative style of person. So I wanted an education that was a little unorthodox, even though this was and wasn't. And so that's how I found myself finding a program in Dijon. If I was going to go study wine, I don't know that I had ever decided I would pick France as the place to do it, but it is the best place to do it.
Well, and Burgundy is like known for their wines.
Oh yeah. I mean, it ruined me really, because I'm just so picky with
You're
wine.
like, I'm so picky. But I mean, it must have been, how long were you there for?
I was there for 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was great.
Parlez-vous français? I know.
But I mean, I did it to get by, right? I heard it a lot. It was really great to learn how you can pronounce the French labels. So it's a different language sometimes when you're reading wines from all over the world.
Well, and you got an MBA, right?
Yes, I did.
In wine and spirits, which is amazing. So then you came back to Lodi to pursue your dream.
Yes.
Which is, I love this. I mean, it seems like it was like full circle for you. And then what made you kind of start and say, okay, I'm ready now. I'm back from
I don't think I ever
Dijon.
felt ready. I still don't feel ready.
Okay.
You just kind of do it. I mean, you just kind of do it, and you find yourself, you take one step and then another step and another step and another step, and it just slowly works its way out. And so you eventually are at a point where you're like, okay, this happened. Now what's next? What am I going to do next? You got to keep the momentum flowing. So
well, I want to talk about the muse for this, right? Because it's so amazing. And we have, I think, the silhouette that we're playing right now. But tell us about the inspiration behind the brand.
Yeah. So the inspiration originally came from my dad and I were going to a trade show, and we were on a plane together, and he was sorting through his creative, what you would call a Pinterest 20 years ago. And I had seen different ideas that he had, because he's an innovator and a creator. And I saw an idea he had of doing like a silhouette shaped female on a bottle. And I thought, oh, I kind of love this. And then I thought to myself, what's the symbolism behind this? Because I wanted a brand that people could connect to, as opposed to just having a bottle of wine that tasted yummy. So I, just slowly started getting my ideas and moving forward. And I'm a big quote person. Quotes inspire me. So on my Instagram, I try to do lots of quotes and inspiring stuff. So the muse is really just about being your truest self, unapologetically, loving who you are, showing that to the world, and not being afraid. Because it's really easy in a world like we live today to, even though we try to be accepting, it's not so easy when you're kind of faced with different challenges day to day. So it's about just like shedding those layers and being bare naked and emotionally just being vulnerable and not being apologetic about it.
The naked beauty. I love that. Okay, so today, you guys, one of my favorite rosés, we are showcasing your 2020 rosé. So let's talk a little bit about this, because I know you're very boutique and small batch production, which is great. So talk to me about the production and about the wine itself.
Yeah, so we actually are bottling the 2021 vintage today. Yay, so exciting.
So 2021 is coming out today. It will be bottled today.
We bottled it today. It'll probably come out in the beginning of the year.
Okay.
And it's much lighter than this one, but the color's still beautiful. The blend is still the same varieties of grapes.
Okay, and tell us about the blend.
The blend, it's going to be a Grenache, Syrah, Mourvedre, Carignan again.
Okay.
So it's just the total blend of each variety is a little different. So it's good,
okay.
Where in this vintage you get a little bit more floral and tardy in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Now in this vintage it's lighter, and it's going to be a little bit more of you're going to get more rose if you get floral and not so much tart.
Because the strawberry is when I
yeah, you'll still get
first
a little
get
bit
a
of
note of
strawberry
that.
in this current one. This new one is a little bit more. It's a little bit more simple in the sense that it just. People thought this one went down fast.
Okay. Hey, there's nothing like a rosé going down fast. Well, and rosé, I feel like right now is like the craze. Everybody loves. Yeah, everybody's like obsessed with rosé.
Yeah.
So, okay, so it'll be a little different when that one comes out. But talk about, so for this one, let's talk a little bit about the notes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try some.
Yeah.
I've had some before.
What do you smell? Tell me what you smell.
So I always smell strawberry.
Mm-hmm. What else? It's hard once you've decided you smell something, you just can't smell anything else, right?
I mean, apple.
Yeah. Like a crisp apple.
A crisp apple.
Like a green or a red apple.
Green.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, everything's
right. I know,
right.
because I guess you don't know what you're...
This isn't a test.
So what would you pair this with, would you say?
Well, everything, first of all. But since we're around Christmas or the holidays, I would say it would be a great brunch item. If
Like
you're
a
gonna,
Christmas brunch.
Yes, it's great with any style of like a croissant, a French baguette, French toast. I mean, whatever you simplistically want to do for
Like a
brunch.
soft cheese.
Like a soft cheese, so it's always great with cheese, bries, and goat cheeses. I really like it with seafood.
Okay.
So salmon's a really popular seafood to pair with rosé.
Wow.
So, or sushi. You know, there's a lot of sushi restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that so hard to say?
It's a tongue twister. How much have we had? No, I'm kidding. Well, okay, so what I'm excited about too is you were only shipping in certain areas, but now you're shipping into a lot of places.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us, California, obviously.
All the West Coast. So California, Oregon, Washington.
Okay.
And I lived in Seattle for 10 years. So when I first came up with the brand, I thought, I want to share this with my friends. That's the whole point of doing this. So I got my shipping license in Washington. And then we also ship to Florida and Minnesota.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, and then go to the website. And this is only $22 a bottle, you guys, which is my lucky number. Okay, so let's talk about the promo code, though, because you have been so gracious, because we're going to do some holiday expedited shipping, right?
Yes.
So tell us about that.
So the promo code is La Belle Noël, and it's going to be free expedited shipping on any bottle purchases. So if you go online and you just make sure to put that coupon in, and it'll automatically generate free shipping, and the free shipping being anywhere from 2 to 3 days.
Wow, so it's exclusive, you guys. Okay, so we talked about the vintage coming up, right? New bottle, though.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about that.
Yeah, no, I know. I guess I had to change it up because I'm not doing a new variety quite yet.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I'm doing screw caps instead of cork closure.
Okay.
Which is way easier because I think what happens sometimes we go places and we don't have a bottle opener.
I know how that
and
is.
that can't stop us from drinking wine.
Unless
Come
you're
on.
professional and travel with one, like me.
I also do that, yeah,
Right.
that's true. Yeah, I do that. And then I changed actually the bottle. So instead of doing this style bottle, which is Burgundy,
Okay.
I'm doing a Bordeaux style, which is more of a straight.
Ooh. Oh, that's
So
great.
yeah, and it'll be on my Instagram here in a little bit because I have a ton of videos from bottling this morning.
Okay.
So you'll get an fresh look at what you're kind of expecting in terms of how the new bottle's gonna look.
And then I heard a little rumor that you might be doing a red blend.
Oh yes, ma'am. That's my dad. My dad actually gave me the idea, but really he's like, this is what you're gonna do, and this is what you're gonna call it, and this is how it's gonna be.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I love that he gives you the advice, though. That's so cool to have somebody in the industry. And
It is
your
really
dad,
cool.
too.
Yeah, it is really cool. It's fun.
Okay, so while I have you, I know we're going to go, but I want to ask you one more question because you're so inspirational and you took that leap to entrepreneurship, which is not easy to do. So, first of all, what have you kind of learned as an entrepreneur, and what advice would you give to somebody that wants to be an entrepreneur but they haven't taken that leap yet?
I would just do it. I think nobody's gonna tell you, nobody's gonna push you, nobody's gonna say you need to do this in the morning when you wake up. You're not going to be, everything you do, you have to motivate yourself to do. Mm-hmm. And I think there's so many creative minds out there. So I would say just do it and not be afraid to do it. That's why the whole brand is what it is. Because I think there's so much fear around doing things. And it's the most fulfilling thing you'll ever do for yourself. Because instead of working for someone else, you get to show yourself what you can do for you.
Yep.
And it's not easy to do that.
I remember that, taking that leap from the corporate world for me, it was really scary, but I just was like, I got to jump in. I feel like if you don't take that jump and you don't do it 100%, you can't really get to where you want to get to.
And it's hard.
It's really
just
hard.
Keep going. Remember why you're doing it.
Remember
and if you
your
can't
why.
Remember why,
Yep.
then you'll stop.
I love that. Okay, well, congratulations on everything. I'm so excited. So where can everybody find you? Website, Instagram?
Right now, website is the best way, and I do direct shipping, especially right now. And then I will be coming into new restaurants here shortly. And once I do, I will have a list on my website of where we are being sold in restaurants.
Yep.
No grocery stores yet. That'll happen eventually, but right now I just want to have it be an experience for people where they can go out and enjoy and celebrate.
Oh, and you will see her in San Diego because she's going to some places while she's here. So stay tuned for that.
That's the game plan. Yes.
Well, thank you so much. So labellenewwine.com. You guys follow her on Instagram. We'll have everything on the website as well. And I just want to say congratulations to you. Cheers. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
We're so excited, you guys, and we'll see you next time when we put our finger on the pulse of San Diego. Bye, guys. Be safe. Oh, cheers. I'm going to drink now.